Hi, I'm Larry Butler. I'm a live performance coach. I work with singer-songwriters from the moment they walk on stage to the moment they walk off. That's it. That's all I do. You pulled up this video because you want to learn how to become a singer-songwriter. You come to the right place. Or maybe you're already up and running and you want to learn how to take your performing skills and move them up into the rarefied air of becoming a real entertainer. I can help on both counts. First thing you need to do is get a hold of a copy of my book of tips and advice, the new Singer-Songwriter Rulebook, 101 Ways to Help You Improve Your Chances of Success. If you're just starting out, there's 101 things in here that you will need to know to get a jump start on your career. In fact, the first 10 things in the book are things you need to know before you even think about becoming a singer-songwriter. Wouldn't that be helpful? And if you're already on your way, I can guarantee you that there are, 50 things in here you didn't know or you never would have thought of until you were confronted with them and you were unprepared. And that's the last thing you want to be, is unprepared. That's what this book is all about. Actually, there's 3 things in this book, unspoken, but I can list them for you right now, that's going to help you, the overall picture. And that's the fact that by utilizing this book and my services, you can save time, save money, and more importantly, save face. And I'm going to go into those 3 concepts in detail. And at the end of this short video, I'm going to tell you how you can get a free copy of my book. But first, let's talk about saving time, saving money, and saving face. Okay, first we're going to talk about saving time. How much time do you think it's going to take for you to get comfortable on stage? I mean, comfortable enough to face an unknown audience and be entertaining enough to win them over in 20 to 30 minutes. Let's go back further. How long did it take you to learn how to play guitar or piano relatively well? How much time did it take to be able to sing and play at the same time? Well, how long do you think it's going to take for you to be able to sing and play at the same time without even thinking about the next chord or lyric? Or maybe before you don't have to look at your fretboard or keyboard anymore. Well, that's how long it's going to take for you to learn how to be an entertainer, because all of those skills are part and parcel of the entertainment package. So how long is that going to take? Well, that's going to be determined by how dedicated and determined you are to learning those skills. But there are shortcuts for saving time. You already have a guitar teacher and probably a piano teacher, and I'm hoping a vocal coach. And you're attending some songwriting sessions with experts to learn the craft of songwriting. Why are you doing all that? To save time. That's right, saving time. So how are you going to learn how to entertain that audience of complete strangers? You could start by playing out a lot. I mean, a lot. That could be like 2 years, 5 years, 10 maybe. I mean, that's what I had to do. 5 years in a bar band before I knew what I was doing, and another 5 to get good at it. Do you have that kind of time to learn how to be an entertainer? What if there were a shortcut? What if there were a time saver? What if there were someone with 40 years of experience in entertaining an audience who could teach you the basics in as little as 6 months? That could save you years of time. Now that's saving time. Next, saving money. Again, in order to gain the skills needed to become a singer-songwriter, you've hired a guitar teacher and a piano teacher and a vocal coach and some kind of songwriting expert, all paid for by the hour. But who's teaching you how to perform on stage, and what makes you think you can learn anything meaningful about becoming an entertainer in an hour? You can't. Nope, not even 2 or 3 hours. Nope. In my experience, the very least amount of time you will need initially is 10 hours. Not in a row, but you have to commit to 10 hours of instruction over the course of a month or so to get a foothold on what needs to be done. So as a live performance coach, I've dropped that whole per hour concept in favor of an immersive 10-hour program at a fraction of the cost that you would pay if you try to do it on an hourly basis, because only then will we know if it will work. What I mean by that? Because only through a serious, intense 10 hours can we establish 2 things: that you have the talent for this and that you have the determination and drive to do this to complete the full 6-month course. So we start with 10 hours. You see, my 40 years of experience in the live performing arena, both on stage and off, taught me one major thing about entertainers. You can't just want to do it. Everybody wants to do it. No, you need to do it. You have to do it. Nothing else matters but your music. And that's going to take those 10 hours to make sure you really do want it and need it to do this thing. So let's do this. Okay, finally we're to the big one, saving face. Oh sure, of course you want to save time and money, very practical things, and to make mom and dad really happy when you do that. However, what deep down in your heart is bothering you? You want to save face. You want to look good up there. You want to be great every time. You don't want to screw up and look like you don't know what you're doing up there in front of everyone, like family and friends and fans and complete strangers. No. But the only way to avoid those embarrassing moments on stage is by doing them over and over and over again. No getting around that. But we have shortcuts. Let's say you make a video of your performance, you send it to me and I critique it. I can pick apart the things you don't even see, and then I go back to you and say, let's try this. You can learn from those mistakes out of the spotlight, away from the prying eyes of an audience, until you can get to the point where you're going to feel comfortable on stage. Now, before I go any further, I want to address the fact that there's a bunch of you out there who think you don't need a coach because you've been doing this singer-songwriter thing now for a couple of years and you think you got it all down pat. Let me ask you something. LeBron James, Serena Williams, and Tom Brady, what do they all have in common? A coach. They all have coaches. Today, the best people in the world at what they do, and they still are working with a coach. So, are you that good already that you don't need a coach? Really? Come on. Get real. Again, the only way to save face is to practice and rehearse under the watchful and patient eye of a live performance coach. And we aren't going to do it just until you get it right. We're going to do it until you cannot get it wrong. That's when you're going to get on stage, and that's when you're going to be comfortable, and that's when you're going to save face. That's right, the denouement. That's French for we're done here. Let's get busy on doing something about your career. Okay, bottom line. Through saving money and saving time and steady work and practice, you can get good enough to do a 20 to 30 minute showcase set and not be embarrassed and save face. Going to take about 6 months, but it can be done, and it's being done all the time. And then you're going to be well on your way. A good place to start is right here at the Did It Music website. There are tabs that go into all the aspects of what I do, from my 40 years of working in the live performance arena, testimonials from musicians and industry executives, videos and podcasts, and assorted snarky blogs about the music business. Then go to the contact page and send me a note. Hey, Larry, I want to become a great entertainer. Now what? Or words to that effect. Next thing you know, bingo, a PDF of my book, The New Singer-Songwriter Rulebook, 101 Ways to Help You Improve Your Chances of Success, is going to show up in your email inbox. Then we'll set up a video conferencing session by Skype or Zoom or whatever. And that way we can start putting together a program as to how it's all going to work, specifically designed for you. Thanks.